Just this one a little bit. Okay. Hi everyone. Today I have a presentation about the Alzheimer disease. A little bit introduction about the disease is the progressive of neurologic disorder that's caused your brain to shrink and the brain cell to die, which resulting the patients will get more easy to forget or change in personality and their behavior. So the presentation will have the four main part. First one is causes. Second one is symptoms. The third one is prevention, and the last one is treatment. Causes. So scientists, even today, don't fully understand for sure what makes most people get Alzheimer. Maybe change in the brain that's come with getting older. So the body's getting older. That's why the brain's getting older and it's getting aged. That's why people get Alzheimer, along with maybe with genetic or changes in environments and lifestyle factors, and or probably those factors you blame. The effect of any of those factors on a person risk of Alzheimer may be different depending on the person. So Alzheimer disease is a brain disease that will get worse over time. It is marked by changes in brain, such as the information of the amyloid plaques and neurobrilarity or tangles would cause the neurons and the connection between them to die. So changes like this by other affect a person's abilities to remember, to think, or eventually not to live by their own. Another interesting fact that I found throughout my research is that age does not cause the Alzheimer. It's, it is important to know that the risk factor for disease, but age is not the reason that cause factor. Age is the only factor that we put the brain into risk that for Alzheimer. It's just a factor. So after the age of 65, the number of people with Alzheimer double every 5 years, and Alzheimer disease may affect about 1/3 of people 85 years and older. Symptoms. So Alzheimer disease is often marked by a loss of memory. And one of the first signs, having trouble remember recent conversation or event. As the disease get worse, memory problem get worse, and all the symptoms start to show up. Right at first, a person with Alzheimer disease might get notice that they have trouble remembering thing, or putting their thought, or they do not know how to express their feeling or putting their thought together. It may be more likely that the family member or friend will notice, and change in brain caused by Alzheimer disease may think worse. With first one is memory loss. Second one is the patients may find it's harder to make judgment and decision. The third one is that they may find hard to perform a familiar task. And the last one is might cause depression and might change the patient personality and behavior. Let's jump into the first symptoms, memory loss. So, well, people forget things sometimes in daily life, right? But Alzheimer disease cause memory loss um, that that last and get worse, making it hard to do things at home or at work. So Alzheimer patients may find themselves repeat the statement questions over and over. They may forget the conversation, appointments, or live event and not remember them later. They routinely misplace the possession, often putting them in illogical locations. They may find themselves get lost in familiar place. For example, they may don't remember how to get into their home door, or the patient may have trouble finding the right words to identify the objects, express their thought, and take part in the conversation. So the Alzheimer disease cause difficulty to for the patients to concentrate, thinking, especially abstract concepts such as number. So the next one is making judgment and decision. They may find themselves very hard to make a decision because Alzheimer make it harder to make decision and judgment that makes sense in everyday situation. So a patients may act in the way that aren't like them in social situation, or they wear clothes that aren't right for the weather. It may be harder to solve everyday problem like food burning on the stove or getting an accident while driving because they might forget how to drive. Third one is they may find themselves very hard to perform familiar tasks. So changes the brain that's caused by Alzheimer um, may make the patients feel very hard to perform the task, even they do is every day in the last 10 years. The person may forget how to wash dishes, how to take bath, or how to use the computer, even they used to do it every single day. So the last symptoms is depression and change in personality. So change in the brain that's caused by Alzheimer disease can affect how a person feels or acts. Some of the problem could be they may cause the person depression, apathy, social withdrawal. Their mood may swings up and down really fast in a day. They become more skeptical, like they distrust in others, and they may change in sleeping habits. They may find themselves wandering around without a clear purpose and lost in inhibitions. They may become more delusions, such as believing something that has been stolen. So the next part of the Alzheimer is how to prevent the disease prevention. So the first one, the very top one, that according to NHS, Alzheimer can be reduced by improving cardiovascular health and conducting the healthy lifestyle. This including first, stop smoking. Second, keeping alcohol as minimum. And the last one is exercising. There's no doubt that eating healthy or a balanced diet, including at least 5 portions of fruit or vegetable every day will significantly improve the health that will revenge the brain that's caused Alzheimer later when the body getting old. Also, make sure that your blood pressure is checked every day and controlled through regular health test. So if people have diabetes, make sure you keep the diet and take your medicine regular to prevent Alzheimer is later on. So treatments. Well, Alzheimer, there's two way of treatments that I want to present in this presentation. The first one is by medicine. So Alzheimer patients can have more comfort, dignity, and independent if their symptoms are treated by doctor, or their life are being taken care with family and friends. It can also help and encourage the patients who care for them. Um, the they can use the medicines as the galantamine, rivastimine, are given to people with the mild to moderate Alzheimer's symptoms. Some cognitive and behavior symptoms may be eased or controlled by these drugs. So overall, Alzheimer nowadays are commonly being treated by using medicine and help with family member or friends. The second treatment is future implement of the future technology is not happening right now, but hopefully it will happen in the near future. Neuralink, a little bit of Neuralink is the this company that's being founded by Elon Musk. So the the Neuralink is a device that will be put into our brain and acts as the computer to improve the brain cell and the electronics in the brain that might prevent the Alzheimer or will improve the Alzheimer in the future. So how it works is that the electrodes of the Neuralink will pick up the brain cell from various neurons. The information is processed and then act upon or moved. Um, So they on Neuralink they mentioned that the device must be put it through surgery and installed to the brain to accurately monitor the brain signal. Um, so commonly speaking, they will put that device to your brain. So to control the brain, one can employ the neural connection, and connecting the human mind with the electronic device is another possible application. So neural links assist in the process. Um, so Neuralink assist in the process for processing the information to the brain um, to help the people analyzing the information, to have the brain able to analyze the information faster and stronger. So paralyzed, maybe it's paralyzed people or Alzheimer person, we have stronger mind and even use their mind to control electronic device like phones or a computer. Oh, that's the end of my presentation. I already posted the five multiple choice question and two short answer questions that related into my presentation and also my research paper. I hope you find this presentation have some helpful information to know the basics of the Alzheimer disease. Thank you for listening and have a great semester.